Every dream begins with courage. This is your time. Welcome to Freedom to Succeed.
It was a bright Monday morning at Greenfield High School. Students shuffled into Mr. Raymond's philosophy class, still half asleep and chatting among themselves. Mr. Raymond, a wise old teacher with kind eyes, stood silently beside his desk. In front of him was a large empty glass jar, a box of big stones, a bowl of small pebbles, and a bag of fine sand. The students stared curiously. "What's all this for?" whispered Mia to her friend Jake. Mr. Raymond smiled. "Today," he said, "you will learn the most important lesson of your life, without a single word from me." He pointed to the items on his desk. "I need one volunteer," he said. Jake, the class clown, raised his hand. "I'll do it, sir. But if I break that jar, you can't fail me." Everyone laughed. Mr. Raymond grinned. "Deal. Now, Jake, I want you to fill this jar completely using the stones, pebbles, and sand. Make sure there's no empty space left." Jake cracked his knuckles. "Easy." He grabbed the bag of sand first and poured all of it into the jar. Then he added the small pebbles. The jar was almost full, and when he tried to put the big stones inside, they wouldn't fit. Jake frowned. "Sir, it's full already." Mr. Raymond shook his head. "Is it?" He gently emptied the jar and called another volunteer, Lily, a quiet, thoughtful girl sitting in the back row. "Your turn, Lily," he said. Lily examined the materials carefully. Then, she placed the big stones into the jar first. They filled most of the space. Next, she poured in the pebbles, which rolled into the gaps between the stones. Finally, she added the sand, which slipped perfectly into the tiny spaces left. The jar was now full, completely, beautifully full. Mr. Raymond clapped softly. "Excellent," he said. He looked around the class. "Now, tell me, what did you just see?" Jake replied, "Lily's just better at packing stuff, sir." The class giggled again. Mr. Raymond chuckled. "Yes, but there's more." He held up the jar so everyone could see. "This jar," he said, "is your life." He pointed to the big stones. "These are the important things: your family, your health, your dreams, your purpose. If you lose everything else but still have these, your life will still be full." Then he touched the pebbles. "These are the smaller things: your job, your car, your hobbies. They add value, but they're not everything." Finally, he tapped the sand. "This sand represents the small stuff: social media, gossip, petty worries. If you fill your jar with these first, there will be no room for the things that truly matter." The classroom went silent. Mr. Raymond continued, his voice soft but powerful. "Many people spend their lives chasing the sand: money, fame, possessions. They forget the big stones: love, kindness, time with family, personal growth. And then one day, they realize their jar is full, but empty inside." Everyone listened quietly now, even Jake. He smiled slightly. "So, you're saying, start with the big stuff first." "Exactly," said Mr. Raymond. "When you plan your life, always put your big stones first. The rest will find its place." He then poured a cup of water into the jar, and everyone gasped as it filled the remaining gaps. "And remember," he added with a wink, "there's always room for a cup of coffee with a friend." The whole class burst into laughter. But the message stayed, deep in their hearts. That day, Jake went home and hugged his mom. Lily called her grandparents, and Mr. Raymond quietly packed up his things, smiling to himself. Because he knew, he hadn't just filled a jar that morning. He had filled young hearts with wisdom that would last a life.
If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Freedom to Succeed, because here, every story lights a new spark in your journey to greatness. See you in the next video. Until then, keep growing, keep shining, and keep chasing your freedom to succeed.